After meeting the Bushmen in northern South Africa and Botswana, I was curious to see how they live here in Namibia. I visited a farm where a group of them still follow their traditional way of life. Spending time with them, I got a glimpse of their daily routines, their stories, and their incredible culture. It was truly an eye-opening experience. How close is your language here from those Bushmen in northern South Africa?
For us, we are all known as Bushmen. But then in our tribe group, we also differ into small subgroups.
Yep.
Whereby, for example, in Namibia, you find a few different groups, such as Kalahari, Naro, and so on. And for them, in their small subgroups, as they differ, they all make use of the 4 basic click sounds whenever they are speaking. They all make use of their traditional lifestyle that they are living are all the same. But whenever they are speaking, their conversations are sometimes difficult, especially when a Kalahari meets with a Kung or a Naro meets with a Kung. It will become something. The conversation will, at the end of the day, sound like a dialogue. It will be like a dialogue, because some of them will have their own ways of greeting. Their vocabulary will be different. If I travel from here and I meet someone there in the north and he's also a Kalahari, then the conversation between the two of us will be easier. But if I meet him and he's also a Bushman, but for instance he's a Kung or a Naro, then our conversation will be difficult. So it's the same story in Botswana as well as the Bushmen in South Africa. Here it's our meeting point where we are going to meet the Bushmen. He says his name is Kalahari. It's 28 years old. What's his name, did he say?
I have no idea.
His name is Nkungwi. He's 29 years old.
29?
Yeah.
They look younger.
Yeah, they look younger. For us, especially the men, we always stay short, small in size, and the only thing of us that is going up is our age. But at least for the ladies, they grow a little bit taller, and their body shapes also a little bit bigger than the men. Here, in front of us, it's a termite mound. So this little mound, it's also very important to us, the Bushmen. So did you get a clue what he was talking about?
An aardvark?
Very good, an aardvark. In each and every termite mound, we always have got a queen. And the workers are the little termites that stays outside, provide food as well as all the materials for the queen and the soldiers inside their mound. And the reason why termite mounds turn out to become so hard like a rock, it's because of the clay soil that the termites are making use of, as well as their own saliva that is a little bit sticky. That makes the termite mound to turn out and become very hard like a rock. We make use of the termite mound as a trap to catch a worst enemy of the termites, which is a night active animal. In English, the aardvark. Of the long nose, round back, and the huge ears. They are having very good sense, also very good at digging and as well very fast. That's what makes it difficult for the Bushmen to hunt them before they pick up the termites. The first thing the aardvark will do is it will go towards that termite mound, put its long nose onto the termite mound and try to pick up the smell of the termites. Then the aardvark will dig a small hole that goes straight inside the termite mound where it can stick its tongue in. Their tongues are 35 to 45 centimeters long and it is always full of sticky saliva. But as these little termites attack with the tongue of the aardvark, they will get stuck into the aardvark's saliva. And once the aardvark also feels that its tongue is a little bit heavy enough, then the aardvark will quickly pull its tongue back inside the mouth and swallow the termites in. They will take it, track it down, and once they find this aardvark, they then make use of the spear or knife, kill the aardvark, and from there they will bring it back here at the same termite mound. They'll cut the aardvark's stomach open, take out all the little termites, put them back inside their mouth, and then they cover them back with the sand again. The reason why they do that is they try to save the life of the termites, believing that one day another aardvark will come for the same termite, and then they will also kill that aardvark as well. And then the aardvark that they have killed, they take it back to the village. Back at the village, we cut off the skin of the aardvark nicely, and then we make it dry. And as soon as it's dry enough, we use it for clothing. And then we take the meat of the aardvark, separate the fat from the meat, cut both the meat and the fat into smaller pieces so that we can hang it onto different trees and bushes for it to get dry. And then the remaining bones of the aardvark, back in the earliest days, it was also used to make hunting weapons before metal was introduced to them. Back in the days, aardvark bones were also used to make the spearheads as well as the arrowheads and the knives that they were using for hunting. And then the most important thing and the reason why we are hunting the aardvark, it's because of the fat of the aardvark that we separate from the meat. We then store it into ostrich eggshells and keep it for the winter time as well as for the raining season. From there we boil it out. As soon as it's cold enough, we make use of it like a body lotion to apply it onto our bodies so that it can keep us warm. During the night before you go for sleep, you can as well make use of the same fat of the aardvark to apply it onto your body so that it can protect you against the mosquitoes. So those are now the few importance of the termite mound and the aardvark in the life of a bushman. So when it comes to the part of traditional medicine, that one is still strongly used by the Bushmen in Namibia. So Acacia mellifera bush, it's one of the medicine bushes that the Bushmen are making use of in Namibia. It is very common. So for them, whenever they feel sick with a fever and they are coughing, what they usually do is they go back into the nature and then they look for this bush and then they cut off the piece of its bark. They simply just make use of the spear or knife, clean off the bark, and then they cut a small piece, put it inside your mouth, and you just chew it for a few minutes, swallow in the juice and spit out the other part of the bark. Back at the village, you fold all the barks into smaller pieces, put it inside the ostrich eggshell, and then you pour water in. From there, we boil it out. After boiling it out for a few minutes, just take it off, make it cold, and give it to everyone so that they can drink it like coffee and recover from the fever that they are suffering. They also make use of its branches to clean off their teeth. That's why you see how white his teeth are. So this bush Acacia mellifera also produces something we call a gum, sometimes a little bit orange, or it looks more like a reddish color. They always go under the bushes of Acacia mellifera, collect this gum and share it amongst their friends, believing that it is giving them energy and also helping them with their joints. And since they are hunters and gatherers and are working for long distance, they need to stay fit. But he just warned us and said we must be careful and not eat a lot of the gum on our own. Or else, if I eat a lot of the gum on my own, as the day goes and the sun gets hot, my stomach will later blow up like a soccer ball, and at the end of the day, I'll be releasing a lot of bad air from behind. And you know what? The Bushmen, they always, whenever they are busy with their huntings, they always stay in the queue. They never stay like this. They just stay right behind each other. And each and every Bushman, as you can see, an example from the three of us, each and every person is having something in his hand. So you don't want to be in front of the queue, pollute our air, then somebody from behind, they can hit you with the stick or they can stab you with the spear. That's why you must just eat a little bit from the gun.
That's good.
So the sticks we are working with, as well as the spear sticks, it's all coming up of the roots of Acacia mellifera. So what we do is we just dig it up, and then while it's still fresh, we take off its barks, apply the fat of the aardvark onto it, and then we leave it in the sun for a few days. Once it gets dry, then we make use of it so that we can work around of it to dig up roots as well as to move the branches away of different trees. So you guys have any idea what he's looking for?
Something that he brought there before. Tree and ostrich.
Okay, there you go. So during this winter time, whenever the ostriches do the breeding, the Bushmen, they go out and then they collect fresh eggs and take it back to the village. They put it like this on the ground, make use of the spear or knife, as you was telling, hit a little holes on top until they manage to open a small opening like this one. From there, they take the fat of the aardvark and pour it inside the ostrich eggshell. After pouring the fat of the aardvark inside, they take a small stick and then they stir that fat. They mix the fat of the yolk that is inside. After mixing it with the yolk, where they are making the fire, they simply just remove the fire, dig a small hole under, take the fat of the aardvark, pour it in the same hole again, and then they take the yolk that they have already mixed with the fat of the aardvark, throw it in the same hole, and then they cover it back with the sand, make fire on top, and leave it for a few minutes. As soon as the fire burns and it goes down, then they simply just remove the ash, take out their omelette, clean it nicely, and share it amongst the family. After enjoying the omelette, they do not throw away the empty eggshells. They take it for the men, go into the nature, look for active water ponds where animals are drinking. Then they clean it out inside, fill it up with water, make use of any herbs, maybe grass or a piece of herbs as a prop to close it on top so that they can hide it at different spots. A lot of ostrich eggshells filled up with water. For them to know, whenever they want to go out for their hunting, they don't need to take water off them. They just grab the bow and arrow, spear, and then they go into the nature without any water bottle. And if they feel thirsty in the nature, they can go at the spot where they have eaten their water, take it out, drink a little bit from it, and then close it, put it back in the same hole again. So, but what they do is they don't put on a mark. You must always hide it at a spot that only you alone must recognize. Or else, if you hide it and you put on a mark, one day you'll stay at home and your friends will go out for hunting. And if they feel thirsty, they can go at a spot where they see a mark, take out your water, finish it, and put in an empty eggshell for you. And for the Bushmen, they have got GPS brains. They don't forget that easy. They also take the rotten ones and put it like this on the ground, make use of the spear, hit a lot of holes in the metal until they are able to break it into 2 equal parts. One, they use it as a cup to drink out of it. The other one, they use it as a bowl to eat out of it. And for the ladies, they also take the same ostrich eggshells, the ones that are still closed, with a small opening on top. Decorate it nicely, give it an arm, make use of a piece of animal leather as a prop to close it on top, for them to know whenever they have to go out in the nature to collect the 70% of the food that they are eating in the village, that they have got their water bottle to carry with them. If there is anybody in the village that observes any body pains, maybe muscle pains or back pains, what they then do is they break off a piece of ostrich eggshell and then they burn it until it becomes brown. Once it's brown, they take it out of the fire, make it cold, and then they grind it until it turns into powder. From there, they take the fat of the aardvark, mix it with that powder. They can then make use of it to massage the body parts that are paining. And for instance, if there's also a baby or even an adult in the village that is having a diarrhea, a running stomach, what the Bushmen as well can do is they can break off a piece of ostrich eggshell for the diarrhea. But this time around, you don't need to burn it. You just grind it until it turns into powder. From there, you take that powder, give it to the person that is suffering with the diarrhea or running stomach, so that he or she can just swallow the powder, and it will only take a few hours for them to recover from the diarrhea that they are suffering. They take the broken pieces, hit it into nice smaller rounds like this ones, drill a small hole in the middle of each and every round, and then they make use of it, mixing it with different plant roots as well as plant seeds to make out their own jewelry. The necklaces as well as the necklaces, and sometimes they make use of it to decorate the leathers that they are wearing, like nicely, like that one. He's asking, that rat, from which animal do you think it is? It's almost the same size as his feet.
The one on the left.
Yeah, the one on the left, and there is the feet of the Bushman.
An ostrich.
Very good, it's an ostrich. So it's going that direction. As you can see, the sharp piece here, it's now the toe. So we have an old dropping there, as well as the trucks. Trucks are going down that direction. It's a very big foot.
What a giraffe.
Exactly, it's a giraffe. That's how a giraffe dropping looks like. And here it's trucks. So it was going down that direction. So that is a shepherd tree. Shepherd tree is also very useful.
Shepherd tree?
Shepherd tree. The fruits are very sweet and they enjoy it. But what he was saying is we must not eat a lot of the fruit. If we eat it, you must just suck off the juice and spit out the seeds. Or else, if you swallow in a lot of the seeds, then later on, as the day goes, if the nature calls and you want to go for toilet and you want to release yourself, then it will block you from behind and then you won't be able to release yourself. But if something like that happens, then you just have to go back to the same bush, collect off its leaves, take it back, put it inside the ostrich eggshell, and then you'll boil it out. After boiling it out, you will drink this juice. that they use, because those ones are a little bit bigger than this one, so warm enough.
Yes, because it can get cold here.
Yeah, the temperatures can really